name is Tanya, and I came here in Silicon Valley last September. And I came here to raise the money for one project, and finally I didn't raise it. But my idea modified and pivoted, like people in Silicon Valley saying that. And actually my idea, like kind of extension of your idea first. What is your name?
Curtis.
Curtis, yeah. So you get your reward, your coin for something. For, in your case, it's for honeydew.
I didn't use that word. That's what my grandmother says.
Sorry. So in my case, you get your rewards for physical activity. So it is a mobile application. Every smartphone has a built-in accelerometer and GPS, and it can count your physical activity. So whatever you do, you can walk, you can run, jog, or doing snowboarding, dancing, or even doing sex. You get your coins for that because accelerometer is active and just counting your physical activity. So, and after that you can be like a king of running or biking or whatever you do, whatever you did, you get your rewards. So, and as a best runner, like as a model of monetization, it can be as a best runner among your friends, you can get discount with some sport store, like you can buy sportwear for cheaper, like Adidas sportwear. So it's like a model of monetization. So this is it.
You have sex when you...
How do you word it?
Yeah, I did expect
It was only a matter of time,
I was just
right?
wondering, I was like, whoa!
Wait, it exists. Have you seen Newlyweds on the Job?
No.
There was a best man who rigged up his best mates. He rigged up the bed to Twitter.
Yeah.
I heard about this.
Every time they had sex, it recorded how long, how frequent.
Was it like really? It was like 6 minutes or something kind of embarrassing.
But she got pregnant during the middle of it. They were able to trace which one she got pregnant to.
Yeah, for baby you can get more points.
And they didn't do it very often. That was the other advantage.
I would love to see the metrics being tracked on that. Like, now we're getting into something that's got some. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, it can be extension of that application. Like,
I think that's not a bad idea.
Just leave it with that idea.
Yeah.
There's nothing like
yeah,
that.
it's critical.
Have you seen the applications like Runkeeper?
I mean, there's
a lot
like a
of
trainer
general
type
physical
of deal.
activity.
Yes, exactly. But it is kind of boring data. So you have like, I know application Runtastic. You are running or whatever you're doing, you get the whole list of activity, what's the distance you run, everything. It's kind of boring data. You don't have a reward. People want to be rewarded for that, like coins or status. So you are king of running, you are king of whatever you're doing. So, and actually you don't enter your activity. So your accelerometer just counted it, so and registered it. So.
I mean, again, taking the sort of bedroom theme a step further, like if you could actually like maybe your customer is like the mattress company, like Serta or something like that, and they could build this into the bed. Like this would be awesome if you could I mean, this is kind of. I don't know how to exactly say it, but it would have a lot of like marketability. Like people would think this is cool, whether or not they wanted to admit to owning one or not, whether it could, connect in some way. Because right now we look at we look at a bed as like a tangible object, but like there's no reason it couldn't also be a tech object.
Yeah.
Again, like you have to sort of put your morality issue on this aside for a moment. Just think of what would sell or be cool. But I think it would be kind of cool.
You have sleep numbers now. I mean, beds are getting pretty high tech.
There's someone who's made an open source platform for coding objects. So if you did want to go down that route, like all of the APIs for like how the bed talks to the site have all been sorted out. I think it's called Things with an X. I think it's called Things.
Things.
like things, but with an X instead.
Okay.
But that way. But then you just have to create the site that is the customer interface, and then that's where the value would be.
Wait, so this is kind of somewhat like the idea you picked with the second one, and you said that you weren't able to fund it for?
The second one?
Yeah, the second one you were talking about like a device that was like a chip or something that you carried around at your facility.
Yes. That idea was pivoted, like modified to another idea. So it was a extra device. So which is, but now if you have already built-in accelerometer, you can use it in a smartphone.
So for those of you that don't know, the word pivot has been essentially adopted in Valley nomenclature as you're changing gears, but it's seen as a positive. So the pivoting is kind of it's overused, but it actually does mean something.
You modify your idea in a positive way.
Right, a positive spin on it.
Yes, exactly. So, and currently I'm looking for a team, developers to develop that application, and
So, in your estimation, who would be the actual customer of it? Not the user, but the customer.
Actually, people, for example, that idea based on the idea as a Foursquare. It is like Foursquare, you check in, you check out, and you get your rewards. Here the same, like check in, check out the activity. So it can be anyone who just want to get reward for the activity, for regular everyday activity.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like people who are in sport, like for special application, like run testing.
I see.
So it's not people who is running, jogging.
So can you make the actual hardware small enough? Like I'm almost thinking like the Nike Plus thing, right?
Yes.
It's small enough to fit in your shoe.
Yeah.
And it works because it is small enough to fit in your shoe.
Yes.
Like if it were the size of your wallet, it wouldn't
Yeah, that
be
was
functional.
initial idea with a piece of hardware, but
Right.
now there is no hardware at all. Your hardware is your smartphone. It
Right.
measures your.
So is it small enough that you could build it into the smartphone, or you can just use the hardware that's already on there?
Like you can use the smartphone. Actually, you put in a pocket and you just walk in, running, whatever you do.
Like
Mhm.
Fitbit almost?
Yeah, like a Fitbit. Yeah, like a Fitbit, but without additional hardware component. So it's all in one, all in smartphone.
The new iPad Nanos are really tiny, right? And they have like a sort of mounting, they have like a little mounting plate on them. So people have actually made like watches out of them.
Yeah.
So you could do something with that, like, have a strap or something.
Yeah, you have place your smartphone here and you can do whatever you want. Because this is easier when that you producing hardware. It is very expensive to distribute this and develop. It is just software. It is just application.
Okay. Unfortunately, that is time. But if you want to follow up with this, we'll have the video out tomorrow. Big hand for Tanya. Thank you.